talking to you all from sunny Southwest Florida. Um, First off, happy Monday. Second off, we are discussing this week autoimmune diseases. That was a requested topic, and that's what we're going over. So if you saw yesterday's post about guess what autoimmune disease this is? Hi, that's me. That was a little pun in that there are so many with so many similar symptoms that it's really hard to tell the difference between them. That's not what we're talking about right now. We'll be talking about the autoimmune disease a little later. Although I feel like we should talk about it right now because that's what was requested. So the other story I was going to tell you, maybe I'll do that on my personal page. This is just a little group discussion. Okay, autoimmune disease. Let's just go over it. There are 80 autoimmune disease. Autoimmune disease is generally described as a chronic condition that oftentimes goes unnoticed until you're having major symptoms or it affects the rest of your system in a way that requires help, immediate help. Looked out the window and lost my thought. Okay, so it's a chronic condition, autoimmune. The word meaning auto, self, immune, resistant to. So you just flip that all around, and that teaches you that your system is resistant to yourself. I'll give you an example. There are many examples. There are many types of autoimmune disease. This week, I'm going to try to touch on a couple maybe, but some of the members wanted to focus on Addison's disease. So Addison's will be our discussion for this week. And if you have it, you can comment or you can do it privately with me. But it kind of helps to talk about things and, so you don't feel like you're alone. And again, I'm starting the Friday night talks at 8 o'clock on Facebook Live, and it is just a little brief chat on whatever's on our minds. So I'm going to try to have a guest each week, and let's talk. That's what it's called, let's talk. So this week, right now, I'm going back to the example of autoimmune disease. This is such a long one. This is a big worded one. I do not have Addison's, so I'm not speaking on that right this minute, but I'll be posting tidbits and tips about that. The autoimmune disease that I'm going to speak on, which I do have several, but the thing is, you guys, it doesn't always have to be what you read out of textbooks or what you hear from other people. It's really it's about you. It's about what you're experiencing. And there is no one size fits all with your health. There are so many conundrums out there. Well, why is this doing this for them? Why is it not doing this for me? Why? There's just so many tangents to the equation. It's really hard, and that's why they call medicine a practice, because you're practicing. They don't have it figured all out. It's always practicing, it's always changing, it's always evolving. So if you find something that's just for you, that works for you, please focus focus on you. In this instance, I was diagnosed last year with leukocytic. Well, there's a big lizard on the wall. He must be like the life. There's a leukocytic vasculitis, and this was a diagnosis from my dermatologist on the bi-monthly skin checks, which you should, I'm a really big advocate for making your appointments and sticking to them, because an ounce of prevention is worth, the same, a pound of measure. I do that with my hands. Okay, so she found a little, I didn't even know it was there. It was maybe the size of a mosquito bite. It was just a little red little splotch, and it was on the back hip. So I didn't know it was there. I didn't see it, and she said, "Oh," and she said it right away. Like when she saw it, she said, "I'm going to have to biopsy that, and we'll see what happens." And I was thinking, what? Like skin cancer or something? And she said, no, it looks like leukocytic vasculitis. And I'm thinking, what is that? So of course, I immediately run home and I Google and I look up all this stuff on it, and I'm like, what is this? There were people covered in these, it looked like chicken pox. They were like all over their body, all covered, and I was thinking, that's not me. That can't be me. I don't have that. And so she referred me to a rheumatologist, and he did all the blood work, and blood work's like you wouldn't believe, because when they're diagnosing autoimmune disease, like I said, there's so many and they're so similar, they have to look at everything. I did like 24 vials of blood work. That was not fun. So I went back to him, and he said, yeah, you have an elevated rheumatoid level, which is your RH factor. And your RH factor is elevated with the presence of disease or stress or something in your body that your body doesn't like. So it's like trying to fight it. It's trying to fight whatever's there for you, but because it's inside of you, that's what makes an autoimmune disease. Hey, look at that. And that was it. I mean, he said, yeah, you have it, but I don't know why, and I don't know how they picked it up on you, because there's nothing, you don't present with any symptoms, you don't. So I'm saying all that to say, it's you. You know you, and you do what's best for you. But we all may have some type of autoimmune disease that we don't even know about. So pretty much what they're going to do is monitor me, if I have something come up, I need to let them know. But right now, I don't. Another one of the autoimmune diseases I have, because I don't know if I really explained that last one too good. Because you're probably like, well, yeah, you got something, Diana, but you're not suffering from it. So let's do another one. Let's pick another one. Hypothyroidism. That is, for some reason, during my pregnancy, my first pregnancy, my body didn't like the fact that I was pregnant. It looked at it like a foreign invasion, and it destroyed, disseminated my thyroid. And they were going to remove it, but they decided to, when they suggest surgery, they always try to do everything before surgery, because that's like the last, you don't want to do it. So they put me on the synthetic thyroid medication, which comes from a sheep, in case you didn't know. That's where you're getting your thyroid, Synthroid. Mine is the generic. It's called levothyroxine. That's where you get it from. You get it from the sheep. So, thank you, sheep. And it worked for me. Your levels are supposed to be between, for a normal functioning thyroid, the TSH factor should be between 0.1 and 5.0, I believe, in that area. My TSH level was 193. And like I said, it's chronic, so you don't really know until things are just like, and so I went through the pregnancy without them knowing, and I had the baby without them knowing. After the baby was born, like for a year, I did not feel good. I was sick. I explained it to the doctor, like, I am so tired that even my eyeballs hurt to keep them open. Like, it feels like they just want to just roll down my face. And that's how I explained it. It was pretty bad. So that's why I went into him. I said, I can't, I'm sick all the time. I had colds. I was just not doing good. And so they did the blood work then. That was 20 years ago. I'm still on the thyroid medication. He said that would be for life because you had an autoimmune disease. So that's why this week we're talking about autoimmune diseases. And I'm going to wrap it up. If you have any questions about autoimmune diseases, I hope that I can answer them. If you want to comment on any of them, and you wanted some group talk or anybody to comment to you, go ahead and put it in our group. We're all about success and being about a successful life. Health, wealth, happiness. We want all those areas to be in sync. Okay? So thanks for tuning in today, and I'll be seeing you around on all the different platforms. And don't forget, Friday night, 8 o'clock, you can catch me live, or you can catch me on the replay, and let's talk.